Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? Welcome back to the stream. Just keep an eye on the rats there. Welcome back. We're back. We're going to do some more Skyrim VR. Um, we will be doing Saints and Sinners later this week. I'm thinking probably Thursday, because I haven't had time to play it this weekend to do the practice I want to do. So that's probably going to be what it is. Going to be on Thursday. Other than that, we're going to be playing Skyrim VR, modded. I stayed up way too late last night trying to work with a mod. I had problems with Nexus. So I don't know if it's an update mod or if it's a variation of the mod, but the mod that lets me have a body. Stygian mentioned this one to me on my Discord. And it's made from the same mod maker that made the body mod. But apparently what this one does, I can't tell if it's an updated version or if it's a separate mod. But what it lets you do is actually have holsters. So you're testing the highlight thing. If I had Twitch chat up, I could probably see it. But I can't see it because it's not Twitch chat. It's the chat bot, and for some reason chat bot never shows it. So I wouldn't waste your channel points while I do VR stuff, because I can't see them. For some reason, Streamlabs doesn't update that. Yeah. But yeah, so what this will do is allow me to have holsters, so I can actually, instead of going into menus to pull out weapons, I can actually reach on my body and pull out weapons. I haven't had a chance to mess with it, and I haven't had a chance to configure it. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it's going to break things. No clue. Another thing I did was, apparently I actually had some weather mod conflicting going on. Hopefully I fixed that. Maybe it'll make that fog look a lot better, because that fog always looked terrible. So maybe this fixed that. And maybe performance issues. So yeah, I don't know if anything has broken the game. Like I say, I haven't had a chance to test it. The other thing is, I've repositioned the capture for capturing Skyrim. Because I always feel like this particular mode of capture always feels like I'm looking up a little bit. So it feels like when I'm looking straight at somebody and can kind of see most of their body, for me, I feel like everyone else kind of just sees from here, up to here. And so I've kind of realigned that capture. I haven't tested it, of course, because I haven't had time. So if it looks like I'm maybe cutting people's heads off, or if the alignment looks off, let me know, and I can put it back to the way it was, or I can mess with it later. But yeah, it always just felt like anytime I did Skyrim or Fallout, that it always just felt like it's the head and then it's the sky, and that's all you ever see. And then whenever I would look down at my hands, you couldn't actually see it because it was cut off on the capture. So yeah, just let me know if any of that appears off. As for that, I think that's all I've got to do. All that's left is just to go into the game and pray everything works. I think I'll have to do a little bit of configuring for the holster thing. But hopefully it works. So let me do I made myself shorter. Not really made myself shorter, just made it so it doesn't look like I'm looking up all the time. Because it's what it always felt like. It felt like I was always looking up, slightly upward. So, I'm still taller than everyone in Skyrim. Which I could adjust that a little bit. But anyway, alright. Let me do some mic swapping and headset swapping, and then we should get started. I might have to peek out for the rats every once in a while, because they're on the outer platform, but the ladder is in a way that they've never had to navigate before, so want to make sure they don't flop off or anything. Alright, so let me do some swapping. Actually, before I do that, let me just do this. Well. So yeah, hopefully that'll look. Yeah, I basically moved my eyes. I basically moved where you guys can see. Because of course the way the image you guys see is cropped. And I think the way this plugin I have that does this mode of capture, it's auto cropped it up kind of high. And so I've never messed in none of the presets lower it, so I had to do it myself. So, and without testing, of course. All right, so let me do some swap. All right, so there's the remote mic. Move that out of the way. This goes over here. Also, I might get notified of an interruption a little bit later because we're waiting on somebody who might not show up today. Which is understandable if they don't show up today because the lens is under a soft lockdown now. But it'd been nice to get a notification that the guy's not showing up. All right. Hey boys. Oh, hi. You up? You're just wondering what I'm doing, huh? Actually, I still have to do this. All right, so we'll see how that cat. Are you gonna get up? If you're gonna get up, I want to watch you. Hey. Landon's poking his head out of the little hut. Meanwhile, Flim's inside, like, go the fuck to sleep. They're gonna be a bit cranky because their play space has been taken down for the day. The week, actually. Alright, so this is kind of... It is low, though, okay? If I'm looking down there, you kind of... It might be cropped kind of low. Like I say, let me know if it just looks ridiculously low to you or anything. I mean, it is right now, but wait till we get in game. Okay, we're in a fight, apparently. No, we did log out in the cave, in a dungeon, so... This only shows it's much better when properly calibrated, and the new calibration menu is easy. Simply just how tall you wish to be. Alright, let's go to calibration. In the middle of a fight, I remember this. Alright. Do not sneak, put away any weapons or spells. Stand with comfortable posture for playing Skyrim, and then select an option below. Your scale should always be calibrated to body size. Fight. Calibrate. Scale should always be calibrated.
This.
This is telling me Oh. Done, I
Good.
guess.
I'm getting out of here.
Okay. There's a problem when I look down. I think that's my helmet. Okay, so now. Oh. Hang on. Let's pause this. Hang on. Where did Flam go? Hang on a second. Flam? Were you in the cage? Hang on, I don't know where Flam is. Did you manage to get back in the cage? There's only Flam in here. Oh, is he? Okay, he's in there. Okay, you did make it. Alright. A bit worried there. I heard shuffling and I saw the cage shake and I was like, wait. Don't know where he went. Alright. Sorry about that. Wanted to make sure he didn't like fall off. He's done a cliffhanger before where he went off the side and was like hanging on the bottom. Okay, so let's see.
Do you suppose the Draugr are angry because we disturbed their sleep? I know how they feel. I would also be pretty angry.
Hang on. Alright. There's a way to actually see a mirror as well. Like holsters, body holsters, control, gesture overview, gesture config. So that's the options, I guess. Gesture config. Overview. There's supposed to be a thing where I can like raise my hand over my head. So this even has options for the index controllers. Enable gesture haptics, 5. Selfie mode, here we go. Selfie mode, raise and rotate your right hand to activate it. Raise your hand again to deactivate. So if I go, oh hey, look. My wings are kind of funny. Yeah, there, I can see myself. And apparently I actually am wherever I'm standing. Interesting. Looking down again does have a problem because I think that's where my head is. Let's make an adjustment, shall we? I feel more something in here itching my nose. Let's see. It can move. Head above distance. Head forward distance. Maybe the distance to which view is kept in front of the body. The player's head is pushed backwards to hide it from view. Push this up just a little bit, maybe. It was 13. Forward, push that to like. Doesn't really help. Alright, so supposedly. That works. So. The tricky part is. There's a sweet spot. Or we just use the trigger. It's sending me a haptic feedback when it's in the right spot, but I can't. I can't find where the sweet spot is. There might be another button I can use for this. Controls. Gesture haptics, gesture haptic strength. Oculus. Might actually have to go into actual configure to set this. Right hand only. Body holsters, maybe. Right. Oh wait, here we go. Arm. Forearm. Weapons holsters. Haptic feedback. Haptic feedback strength. Restore spells when sheathing. Stance. Use triggers instead of grips. This might be what we have to do.
Do you have something to say?
Where's the sweet spot? I can feel it. Oh no, wait, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing wrong. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. Hang on. I remember they mentioned this. Hang on. It's holster, use triggers and set grips. No. I have to hold it for a moment to let it trigger. Okay, yeah, there we go. So there, that's on my back. And then if I do this, my wings definitely go crazy. But there we go. Alright, so we fixed that. They're getting bored waiting for me, apparently. We're getting there.
I would be pretty annoyed too if I looked like the Draugr. I hope I don't die and end up looking like one of them. That would be my worst nightmare.
Now, I wonder about...
Foos!
I don't know about sheathing magic, though, because there's supposed to be a way you can do it with magic, too, but I think it might be gesture-based. Sorry. So I'm not sure how to sheath my magic. Let's see. Yeah, we might have to do that one on its own. But having a weapon over my shoulder is quite... Store spells when sheathing, yeah. Body holsters, here we go. Two-handed range shield torch, reset position. Hip. Doing that. And selecting a gesture and overview page. Well, we might have to just dick around with that later. Hello, Putin Plays. How's it going? Sorry, we're sitting here dicking around with a mod right now. Trying to like... I've got that. Alright, so we've got the arrows now that can go over my shoulder. I'm not how to do magic. See, if I just hold that like that, I can reach over my shoulder, and then I can go whoop. And there we go. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how to do it with magic, but we'll work on it. So I can see my bow over my shoulder now. Cool. Maybe if Stygian shows up, he can tell me about it, because he was the one that told me about this. So I was like, Toasty. I don't know about seeing that over my shoulder. It's kind of annoying catching that out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh.
This should be good. Oh, no!
Hey, I love that. Magicka up some more. Okay, so let's see. We Yeah, not much we can do with alchemy until get that up. Chancy. This enchantment's 40% stronger. Yes, let's do it. Alright, so how's the capture view, by the way? Does it look better? Am I, like, cutting things off too much? Flume is still in there. Actually, one thing I do want to do. Hang on. Supposedly I can do this with torches. Holster, body holster. Torch isn't set.
Surely the point of Draugrs is that they are dead. So why do they start randomly attacking people? Why would the dead not be dead?
Hey, nice.
That makes my head hurt.
Not that I need it, but it's nice to have, right? Hit thing might actually get a little bit annoying just because I keep my hands at my sides, and every time my hand passes close to the torch at my side, the controller vibrates a little bit. Take moments. We'll need those. Apparently that was too much weight.
Was there something you wanted? Are you saying you don't trust me? Fair point, actually. I wouldn't trust me.
Okay, she's carrying all that stuff, so now you're gonna carry all this stuff too. I'm gonna have to turn the haptic feed off on that. Because it's vibrating every time my hand is at my side. Visible, sure. Any way to set the feed on that specifically? I've got a stomach position too. Alright, doesn't look like there's any way to turn the haptics off for that specifically. So we're just gonna have to turn that off. I can see the torch, I just can't. Whatever. We'll deal with it later, it's not like I need it.
I always miss the people I break up with. I need to learn to aim better with my bow.
I'm just trying here. See if I can. Where is it? I think the bow is the most important thing anyway, because between magic and the bow, I just need to figure out how to, like, sheath the magic, or figure out how to summon magic, different magic spells. Looted. Is got him. Hey, Dark Omen. It said left holes are right hand and vice versa, so you gotta... Did it? No, because I stashed it with my right hand. Okay, somehow I picked up the bow. Not sure. Without the haptic, I can't tell. It's weird. Anyway. Yeah, because I can get the bow out.
Do you ever get the feeling of just losing your clothes at the most inappropriate moments? No, me neither. Okay, well, maybe sometimes.
It's like I say, we'll get it figured out. Yeah, this is actually kind of an update to the body mod. This actually lets me have holsters, so I don't have to go into menus to you know, bring out my weapons. I can reach over my shoulder. You know, I can even see them on my body if I want, but let's try this again. If I put the haptic feedback on. Did it earlier. I reach behind my butt. Now I can't figure out how to get it off of me. Right hip, left hand only. Yeah, you're right. So left hip is right hand only. Huh. But I don't... It's not working now. I grabbed it with my left hand the first time. That's why I'm not sure about it now. Both hands, both hands. Oops. Not good enough. Does my magic have to be put away? There we go. I think my magic might have to be put away. It's like I could see it kind of out of the corner of my eye. There's a trick to grabbing it, and I'm not sure what it is. Also, the loveliers. Why is it? What's it doing? Is it staticky again, or is it just you're not hearing me right? What's going on with the lavalier? So let me pick up this fucking torch. Alright. Let's just put it away for now. we got the most important thing, right?
You don't see as many Khajiits about these days. I guess they must have gone elsewhere. Do we get it? Elsewhere? Elsewhere?
In a burst of interference when I talk. Is it really bad? Like, is it doing it a lot, or is it just depending on how I move? Because I wonder if sometimes if it's the controllers. If I, like, run the controller back here, do you hear it? So I always sometimes wonder if it's, like, IR interference. Not going to use the... Don't need it for that, because it's, again, it's buzzing at my hip. So there's just no pattern. Okay, is it happening a lot, though? It's going to suck if it does. Let me... Ooh. I'll walk into a wall there. I don't know if this ever matters, but sometimes I move this chair out of the way a little bit. So it gives it a little bit more of a direct path. I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry. Walked myself into the wall. Is there a hair in this headset or what? Why does this thing always itch my nose? Spiders. You want to get in here on this? Get in on that action.
Yeah.
Ugh. You first heard the issue. It seems to be a position of your head. That's more random. It is kind of a cheap lavalier, and I mean, we kind of got it to be a proof of concept, but it was still kind of expensive. It's like 75 bucks, and I know that's cheap for a lavalier, but I'm not exactly rich. Let me know if it's terrible, though. If it's annoying and terrible and doing it a lot, let me know, and I'll wear the headphones. I'd rather have better quality than constant bursts of static.
I want your honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about my boobs? I mean, do they look the right size to you? Hey, stop looking at me like that, you pervert!
You asked. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Hurt my pretty face.
Your boobs, not your face. It's not a lot. Go for a while before he'll do it again. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, another thing this mod now does, this body mod, is... I mean, it kind of wigs me out a little bit. Especially if I turn around, but... You can see me. Then if it just kind of pushes me back, but yeah. So I can now see my body. I can see what I look like. Also, I wanted to ask, is the image you guys see framed up right? Because I changed the framing of it. Because I always felt like what you guys see is me kind of looking up, and so I changed it a little bit, and I want to make sure I'm not like it didn't make it worse or something. I didn't have time to test anything this weekend, so I kind of had to just kind of fly with everything. I mean, this mod I'm using now, I'm testing it now. I didn't have time to test it any other time. It makes me wonder if this thing's giving out static. I wonder what the issue actually is. Getting some weird interference, or if its signal's just not the greatest. I mean, all considered, I am standing between it and the transmit. Do I have edges in the bottom? Oh, that one, I think that one was always there. You mean down there in kind of that corner over there? That one over there, yeah, you might be able to see that one as well. I just did that today, but if it's like too bad, let me know and I'll pop it. I can always pop it back to normal. I just kind of want to. I always felt like, again, I'm looking up, because a lot of times I'd like look down at my hands, and then I'd look back at the footage. And realize you guys couldn't see me looking at my hands.
Nothing. I prayed for money, free booze, and more free booze, and did I get it? No. Instead, I got a hangover and a huge hole in my pocket where my money used to be.
Oh, this place. So I feel like, because I'm hoping I framed it up so that it looked more like what my eyes are looking at versus just kind of what, the screen is projecting. VR vision. Yeah, if it's annoying or distracting, I can always pop it back. Spell tome conjure familiar. Let's use that. Now, apparently there's a way to do this for gestures, but I haven't figured it out yet. For magic. So... wait, where is it? Conjure grab this. Here we go. Magic. Reach over the shoulder. Grab it.
We'll pay for that. We'll pay for that. You're lucky I have company, so I can do unspeakable things through the force.
Does anybody want to get this one? No? I guess I'll get it. Gotta remember, I gotta hold it longer than I think I do. Well, actually, no, I just have to... I think I just have to bring it back here, hold it, and drag forward while I'm holding it. Okay. Maybe that's what I was doing wrong with the torch. Ah, that is what I was doing wrong with the torch. I have to hold it when I drag it out. That makes more sense. Okay. Because it still is, it's a toggle, but I have to like drag it out as it's happening. That's what I was doing wrong. Now if I can just figure out how to get it to work for spells, because you can get it to work for spells as well. But I really like that as a feature because I don't have to stop combat, and plus it's just a little bit more immersive that I can, you know, pull out a bow. Because I really like the way Saints and Sinners did it. I was like, man, that's the way to do it. So this mod allows that to happen. And then I said earlier, apparently I had some conflict with some weather mods, so hopefully I fixed that. So maybe that fog that always looked terrible won't look so terrible now. Rip. Come on. Alright, let's get out of here. Does it look like a cool way of getting things? Yeah, Stygian was the one that mentioned it to me. And he might be the one that can tell me
I think I need to go to bed after all this walking.
how to do it with magic. Alright, let's try this
Care to
out.
join me? Oh, no, I didn't mean, you know, I meant separate.
There we go.
I think I should just stop talking. Whew, that was intense. I don't think I have ever seen so many Draugr come out of nowhere and just totally outnumber us. Anyway, I think we have earned ourselves some mead.
Alright, just wait till we get back to town at least. Then we'll have some meat. Don't you worry. It's a beautiful night. And look at that moon. What's going on up here? Oh, it's these guys. It's the revelers.
The Meads won't
Hey,
argue your
friend.
ear off
It's
about
good to
which
see
one should
another
go
merry
first.
soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of Honningbrew mead with me.
Alright, guys. I know you definitely want some mead. Let's do this. I'd love to share a drink with you. But why only have one bottle when you can have two?
Eastmere's beard, you're one after my own heart. I would love another bottle. This good deed should not go unrewarded. Here, take this. Cheers, my friend.
Oh,
May your
show me
adventures
necklace.
find you fame and fortune.
nice. Carry capacity by 25 points. Nice. So what was this one? This one was for prices. Oh, this is awkward. We're all going the same way. For some reason things look more vivid now. Did they always look this vivid? It's them.
People think women are vain for trying to look good. Just because men are lazy and don't even bother having a wash doesn't mean we are vain.
Wait. Alright, they started this. Just realize you started it.
Die already, so I can take your stuff. Kill you with
You're
my
good
hands.
as dead.
That's not fair, you're using hitbox.
Yeah. Time to die, hero.
I can't shoot.
They always fight dirty.
She's in there already.
Careful! You wouldn't want to hurt my pretty face.
You're making me angry.
It's a shame I have to kill you.
Who's the asshole? You're the asshole.
Watch it, big sister.
you. Eh. Nice. Alright, I'm not gonna go inside this place. I think we'll be back anyway. I think there's something here we eventually have to do. Place.
I love teasing guys. After I went bear hunting one day, I asked the hunter if he wanted to see my bare chest. I showed him the pelt of the bear I just killed and pointed to his chest. Oh, you should have seen the disappointment on his face.
Alright, let's go. I know we could have fast traveled, but I kind of like the walking. For now. Clouds always up there? I wonder if removing that weather conflict has made things look a lot better. Isn't this your horse? No. Whose horse is this? What was that? I heard tumbling or something.
She really taught me what friendship could mean that day. And it was delicious.
Bear. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, so we got this, what was it, the sword piece? We got the sword piece for him. Don't fall asleep over there. Come on. Dude, there's no one out here.
Serve our praise you do, for we are one.
Practice some social distancing, jeez. Hey.
We've been awaiting your return.
I can't help feeling a kind of connection between us. I'm not sure what it is. I guess it's natural with you being a brave adventurer, and me, well, you know.
I'm for it. Alright, why are we waiting for me?
Come, follow me.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. In the Middle Ages, you would have had two swords, one in your hands, other sticking out of you. Or did not know how to fight with swords. Oh, I like where that went.
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold. This woman has endured,
Torch is
has
very bright.
challenged, and has shown her valor. Who will speak for her?
I stand witness to the courage of the soul before us.
Would you raise your shield in her defense?
I would stand at her back, that the world might never overtake us.
And would you raise your sword in her honor?
It stands ready to meet the blood of her foes.
And would you raise a mug in her name?
I would lead the song of triumph as our mead hall reveled in her stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. Her heart beats with fury and courage that have united the
Cheese
companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It shall be so. I've heard you may actually
Well,
be
girl,
stronger
you're
than
one
we
of
thought.
us now.
Perhaps we
I
can hunt
trust you
together
won't
someday.
disappoint.
Alright. Because it's time to get some work. Hey, don't walk away from me. Hey, huh? Oh, there we go.
All these younglings
Was
scampering
locked
around.
in place for a moment.
Worried one of them is going to take your place?
Some of them might try. That's not what I'm worried about.
Alright.
Don't let them intimidate you, sister. We both know how to keep our heads, while the men let their hearts rule.
Okay, but I'm looking for work.
The Jarl of Falkreath has asked for our help. It seems that predators have taken up residence and have been attacking farmers and travelers. Someone's got to head out there and take care of the beasts.
Alright, I'll do it.
Be cautious. Beasts are not nearly as predictable as men. Give the thing a quick death.
Alright, guess we're going to Falkreath. Let's see. Do I have stuff I just want to get rid of? We could do some disenchanting, maybe. Although, what's my carry weight now? 325? Man, he is still going.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons can swoop down at any time.
Is the place open? No. It's too early. Okay, right, well, it's too early to do anything. Alright. Let's see if there's anything to disenchant. Maybe something to sell. How much money do I have? Almost 3,000 gold. That's not enough to buy a house.
The true God of man,
Actually,
ascended from clay.
I think it's 3,000 for Whiterun, but if we're going to Falkreath, or we could head out to Blackthorn and just I want to dick around with the other houses. Maybe we make that our mission. And just go ahead and get that thing started. So I can dump off a lot of stuff as well.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure you would prefer getting plundered by bandits than seeing to me.
That's 25% more damage. Yeah, let's do that.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passion. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Alright, take that. Okay, I want to keep all that stuff. Alright, what do you have? Sword. Yeah, I like clairvoyant. I kind of like just going about finding spells, though. Maybe buying Firebolt would be nice, so I actually have a projectile magic.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Alright, so, like I said, we could head to Blackthorn, which is right there, and we could just go ahead and take care of that. By way of Iverstead. That's where we're going to go. Because then I can just go ahead and get a house.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Yes, but don't worry. You won't be hearing from them again.
Thank you for having my back.
Trouble?
Not yet, but give it time.
I really think things look more vivid now that I... Like I say, I disabled... There was a conflict between lighting effects and vivid weathers. And I didn't realize it at the time, because there was a weather plugin, I think, for
That fella
enhanced
such a
lighting.
creep. He said he would even buy me if I was looking to sell. Then he went on about selling his sister. And people think I'm strange.
Taking that stuff. It's almost time. Whoop. The tail and wings still go a bit weird. I think... Do it again. Seems like if you can... There. Put the hand down. And then it goes all wiggy. But yeah. I can just take a look at myself. Oh, damn fun. Don't touch your face, remember that. And now we can be like the revelers, just... the one-winged pony. There we go. That's cool. So I was able to disable the mod VR Mirror, because this mod... It's called VR IK, but I think it's like VR something avatars. It's the one you want that like has holsters and whatnot. Alright, is this place open yet? Almost. We're just kind of killing time until this place is open. Probably don't have what I need anyway, but
Cause trouble in Whiterun, and I'll haul you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
Okay, she's coming out, which means... Grab that.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale.
Shut
Could be
up.
ataxia.
That's
It's
just
quite
the
a
way I
problem back on the Citadel.
look.
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Sword Magica, fear poison. Oh, the Longfin. I think the... Wait, is the Longfin what I need? I think it is. I'll buy that. I didn't bring up my list today, so...
Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Alright. Let us head on then. Is there anything in here? We didn't look in this place.
It's bad if a guy found out his wife was...
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
Who should I talk to for work?
Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help.
Good points.
Thank you very much for your business.
Alright, yeah. Let's go see if we can pick up some missions too. We need to earn some coin. Now, of course, with that,
Storm cloaks, Imperials, Dragons.
the whole, restoration potions and stuff use where you can make things more and more powerful, they can actually become worth an insane amount of money as well. In fact, they can be worth so much money that they cost negative money. But to sell them, you have to pay. But yeah, well, I don't want to do stuff like that. I still kind of want to play things to a certain
Be glad you're here in the city and not out
amount
in the
legit, but you know. Wrong button. But you know, have some fun with it while we're at it.
Staying safe, I hope.
Oh, trust me, it's not our safety you should be worried about.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps
Just
I can
5,000.
assist you.
Yes, I would offer a pint
The
of
city
soup.
district doesn't have any work.
Will make you an easy target for an enemy assassin. You should have told me first.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
I'm the Jarl of Whiterun. I won't apologize for... May
That
the
might
gods
be so,
watch over your battles,
We'll
friend.
never stop you from trying.
How can you protect Whiterun? Okay, nobody here
Now,
has...
if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Alright. Throw out the Blackthorn then.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had...
Is this your children? Your very lives? And what does the end like?
You tried mercenary work? That might suit you.
We're going to take the shorter route to Iverstead this time and then to Blackthorn. Remember last time we did this, we took the really long way. It was really pretty, but it was really, really long. So we'll go by way of Helgen.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
You got it. You did it. topple him. He moved the platform over, so we had to make their bridge an actual ladder. And, Clem just crawled up so he could get into the cage. They can't get back, though. I don't think. Alright, well. Alright. Coming in. Are we gonna have a fight? Your choice if we fight. Come on. Look, if we're gonna fight, you gotta come down here. Or you could just phase into the mountain, I guess. Sure. Right. Character made a new one. Yeah, I saw you were playing it. How's it going? I played it for a little while and then I kind of lost track of it again. I always feel like it doesn't quite have enough to keep me entertained. I get into it for a while and it's really awesome, but then I just kind of get bored again really fast. We can go this way. So get to Iverstead. We're actually going to go past Iverstead so we can go just straight to Blackthorn. Only to get to Blackthorn and probably find out I don't have enough money.
Wait, so a costume? You're not serious.
Sure I am. We got some furs and tree branches, paint them white, and then tie them to stump. Instant frostbite spider.
Frodnar, nobody's gonna believe that your dog is a frostbite spider. And if they do, they'll kill him. That's not much of a prank.
Oh yeah? And what would you rather do?
How about we play tag? You're it.
Hey, no fair! Get her, Stump!
Okay.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Rothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
Do that at some point, you know. Go be a Dragonborn. Nah, I'm gonna go be a property owner. That seems more fun. That's changed a lot. You're enjoying it. Some of the things you noticed from last time you played. So there's an automatic landing and takeoff. While you're scanning stipends and ships cost much less. I think it was like buying a module for automated landing though, or is that like, or have they just full on changed that now? Because I always felt like that was like a suite you could buy for your ship. to give it auto landings and takeoffs. And I know they did change some things because I played it around Christmas time. Yeah, I still didn't get far into it. I'm sure the thing of it is I'm sure there's more to do in it that I'm realizing, and I just haven't realized what all there is to actually do. Keep an eye on my markers here. It looks like there's something up here.
I've heard of this mystical natural wonder known as the Fountain of Booze. Do you think the stories are true? I sure hope so. If I ever found it, I would never go sober again.
What are we doing? Are we throwing hands? What are we doing?
You picked a bad time.
Okay. Thank you for the money. And lockpicks. And the giant burger. Mine. Slim is scampering around. I wonder if he's doing the whole paper gathering thing. We cleaned out their cages this weekend, which meant new bedding. And Flim really likes the paper in that. Full on because you got it from the start. It never has any extra modules, but auto lands and takes off. Huh. I guess, yeah, maybe that's what they come with now because I still continued from my old save. I mean, when I bought the DLC for it, I still kept my old save, I think, which meant I had to buy a lot of things for my ship or buy a different ship. So yeah, I guess I know they like changed some things like tutorials and stuff to make it more accessible. Because one of the problems with the tutorials was they weren't very good. I know they changed some of them. There's still tutorials there. Now they've got the new tutorials. I've still got my old save that I continued with. Just because I kind of got a lot of money. I kind of didn't want to start over. I say a lot. By Elite Dangerous standards, I don't have a lot of money by far, but considering how long it took for me to earn the money that I have, it's a lot of money. And yeah, I don't know. I just kind of fell out of it again. What's going on here?
No sign of him.
Huh? Why'd you kill that? Hi?
Hello there, fellow traveler.
What's you?
One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service.
What are you doing out here?
Observing and capturing the epic struggle for Skyrim. When brothers clash with bitter blades, surely there is a song to be found.
These guys, can you teach me about speechcraft?
Ah, well, after a little incident with a roguish lad and the daughter of a prominent Thane, well, let's just say, best not. Afraid not. But if you're serious about sharpening that tongue, you might try the Bard's College in Solitude.
Fair enough.
Until next time.
You're not gonna loot these guys? Maybe you did. Nothing good on them.
Hello there, friend. How lucky for you to chance upon a bard on the road.
That camera juddered on me there.
The people of Skyrim have very dirty minds. I say the most innocent of things and they all get the wrong idea. I suppose you're a bit like that as well.
A little bit. It's not like you're not baiting me, too. I'm trying to... And you know, I tell you what, we haven't been away from Helgen that long. It really turned into a shit heap, didn't it? Is the mic really breaking up again? Is it bad or is it going back to normal? Hang on.
You'll pay for that. It's gonna cost you. Oh no! Oh, I think it just broke a nail.
Is the mic fixed again, or is it breaking up really bad again? Hang on. Yeah, that bit in the side, the lower corners, is quite big, isn't it? No idea how my bangs like creep into the headset. It's normal now. For a minute you couldn't understand me. Damn it. I don't know what's up with this thing. I just wonder if there could be causing interference. So we're here at Helgen. There's Orphan Rock. There's where we're going. Orphan Rock is like right here, but maybe I should quick save. Alright, thanks for letting me know though. Let me know if it goes off again. I kind of like to know each time it goes bad. Just so I kind of get an idea for how bad it actually is. And this is taking us a... Where is this going? This is taking us to some fort. Like hearing noises from the rats, and I'm just making sure they haven't like fallen off or anything. You know what? I'm getting distracted. Let's not do this. I know there's a lot of side stuff. And I want to see all that side stuff. But it's not going to amount to much if I can't store all the cool stuff I find. Nope. Hmm? Oh, okay. As small as your space is, you're thinking it's interference. What type of transmitter does it use? IR, RF? I think. I don't know. I'd say if it uses IR, it could be getting screwed by the Vive, just because the towers are using IR. See, I think over here is where the Hag Ravens are.
What was that? Ha! Found you!
Uh-oh. It's a coven.
Maybe that means you actually have a brain.
It's gonna cost you.
Oh! Jesus. Nice shot. Oh, there's one more. Ouch! I saw that too late. Have enough range to deal with it. Ouch! Use the bow. Okay, Sophia, you gotta get out of the way. Hell, I can only hit. Or, no, actually, I hit the Hag Raven.
You are an abomination. Killing you would be the kindest thing to do.
Oh, she healed. I thought. God, Nettlebane. Try something. Look at chat like you're reading it, but just talk. I want to see if it does it more when I do that. Yeah, see, I feel like there's been some times where I'm looking at chat and talking, and then people tell me that's when that static burst happens. So is it happening now? While I've got the chat up in front of me. versus if I bring my hand down and just talk like this. All these arrows. It's a little baby skeleton. With a tiny, tiny skeleton. Fuck me. I'm trying to grab. There we go. Okay. So it's when I bring it up. So if I do this, suddenly it's more static. And then if I do this, the static is clear, right? Okay, so the controllers, I guess that would make sense. If this thing's using any kind of IR or anything, well, it depends on what the controllers are exactly reading off of, but yeah, it could potentially be either IR or Bluetooth or something, maybe? I'm not sure, but yeah. If that's the case, then I just need to remember that when I talk to you guys, don't bring the controllers up to my face. Right, so just bring my hands down when I talk to you. That's going to be hard to repeat what you guys say, though, but I'll try. We'll try it that way. We'll see if we can keep the static burst low. I feel like that's what I wondered one time, if it was when I moved the controllers up to my face, that's when it happened. It seems semi-inconsistent, so I wasn't sure. Let's check all that. Excuse me. There was more I could grab. Restoration. Restoration spells cost 12 minutes to cast. Sword 5 points of health. So it happens when my hand down. So I wonder if when I bring the mic back here, maybe, or bring the control back here, because the mic's in the pack is in my back pocket. Or I wonder if it's me bringing it up here, but the transmitter's back here in my back pocket. I apologize for the static. Sucks that that's happening, but... Can't break that. try to minimize how it happens. Ooh. Come on.
Apparently alchemists eat ingredients to learn how to make potions. That doesn't sound very pleasant to me.
Hang on, let me see my armor, because I'm wearing blue mage robe. Is their armor like 50% faster versus 5% faster?
I mean, who in the right mind would eat a giant stow or troll fat? As for eating thistles and antlers, that sounds painful.
Ow! It's just spikes. And today, watch this part of the video. I'll try to remember. So yeah, when I'm hanging around this zone. Disenchanted everything I can. Let's continue on. Sorry about the mic quality. There's a bear trap. Worst comes to worst, I go back to the wearing the headphones with the microphone. It hurts my head, but I can deal with it. I'd rather you guys get better quality. It's not really enjoyable to anyone to listen to static bursts. Interesting to too. I wonder if it's when my hands are at my side most, because when I played Walking Dead, you know, my hands were up here quite often. So I wonder if it happened more when my hands were up. That sounds like a money grab on your part, but trust you. If you want to make a new character, send me all your money, then you can give it. Oh, you mean on Elite Dangerous? It's like wondering what you were talking about there for a minute. Skill enchantments on armor 25% stronger. Don't know if I need any of these. Dual casting destruction spells overcharges the effects. I'm kind of doing that now. Let's go. Fuck. I'll think about it. If I get back into Elite Dangerous, I'll think about it. I'm not really too worried. I mean, my ship is kitted out enough with stuff I need. Plus, I actually kind of enjoy the landing and takeoff. It gives me something to do. I'll come back there. We know what's in there.
Have you ever tried bareback? I didn't like it. It started to make me a little sore after a while. What's with the funny face?
God, it scared me.
I was
There's been
talking
word of
about
some
horse
trouble
riding.
nearby. I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know.
I could save you a lot of trouble.
No, I think I got this one.
Alright.
Thanks, though.
Good luck. They want the goat stuff. Just want those goat horns. This is the old alchemist place. Coming to this area was a brilliant decision. I moved my alchemy work to outside the shack, find at midday, aired. I think the guy ends up dead, didn't he? Oh yeah, the spade tail. I think that's exactly what I needed. For that potion. Excuse me. Every time you land or take off, it plays the theme to Space Odyssey. Oh, fuck.
You're trying to upstage me, aren't you? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I've had years of practice. Would it be wrong if I was physically attracted to you, even though you're a woman? Sorry, I was thinking out loud. Just ignore anything I just said.
Don't worry about it. Oh, I need those. Hurry up and at least get to Iverstead before it gets dark. Jesus! Scared the heck out of me coming up on me like that. You're hurt. Iverstead's right over there. Jeez. Nice shot. Anything else? Alright, we're just gonna stop off in Iverstead. We're not gonna stay and do any quests. We're just gonna stay overnight. So you have to come back here anyway. Someone killed the bear. I was wondering where this bear was. Because usually there's a bear here. I'm just gonna pop in. Hey, Stygian.
Villemere Inn. If there's anything I can get you, just let me know.
And saying is offended at that statement. Want to go back to her place and pillow fight over it? Hey, Stygian. So, I'm using one of the mods you told me about.
I think you should continue with your performances.
Although,
I wonder if there are actually any real ghosts at the nearby barrow. Can you believe people get scared of such things? I'm not scared of anything.
was there a way to do it with magic? Because I can't figure out how to swap spells with magic.
We don't get many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar, of course.
No, I'm just passing through as well.
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
Okay.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Pardon me, my lady. Would you care to hear me play my lute?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Just a door, thanks. No idea about the magic? Alright. I was just wondering. Because, yeah, I'm mostly using magic, so it'd be nice to be able to swap out my magic, but yeah. Since I'm using the bow as well, it's nice to be able to do that. And of course the...
Have you spoken to Fastred yet?
No. I'll tell you, Wilhelm. If I could sweep her away from here tomorrow, I'd do it. But Klimek still has so much to learn.
Clip? is doing just fine. You should follow your heart.
Perhaps one day, but not
Pardon
today.
me, my lady. Would you care to hear me play my lute?
If you ever settle down to have children,
Am I not wearing my
twice
hood
before you
anymore?
do it.
No, I took my... The hair gets weird.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor? And such power?
Just look, I'm always in the wind. Did I actually mess up my hood then? Oh, I must have. Oh, I must have. Oh well. Must have disenchanted it. Alright. Continuing on our way to Blackthorn. Dead critters out here.
I'm on my way to Solitude to join the Legion. A united empire is better for everyone.
Ugh. Ugh. Heard that. Where are we? We want to keep going that way. I can look down now, at least not see my cowl in front of my face. Where we need to go is down here, but we... Should be a road that goes there.
That seems to be very popular, don't you think? It's all people ever seem to eat.
least one more. Where'd the corpse go? Here we go. Here's Blackthorn. The place where all our dreams are gonna come true. I think this right here looks like an excellent place for a house. Oh yeah, and this place is entirely run by humans, which just always looks weird. Friendly reminder that entropic reapers suck. What are entropic reapers? Hello?
Need something? Divine smile on you, friend. All right, then. Need something?
It's the wife outside. Hey, how's it going?
Yes. Take a look.
Oh, I might not be the right level for this, actually, thinking about it. I think I have to be a minimum level. Which is gonna kinda suck. Stuff. I'd it to be level 10 or 15 now that I think about it.
All right then.
Well, that's... Instead... I forget what launches this place.
What a miserable morning it has turned out to be.
Tropical Reapers are enemies. Oh, and DD 3.5. All bladed weapons. Humans aren't worth much more than slaves. Yeah, we might not be the right level to trigger this. Maybe. Or maybe not. Oh no, wait, this is where the story is told. Okay. So Blackthorn used to be a small town with a recent dragon attack. Left this village destroyed in the dragon's wake. Most town citizens either died while fighting the mighty beast or fled for their lives to nearby Riften, which left the town unoccupied. It wasn't until a recent death in the family that Grace and I obtained the land through inheritance from my father-in-law, and we decided to move here, clean the place up best we could, and build a small shop to run together on the land he once owned and was passed down to our side of the family. However, since Grace and I don't have the funds to do much in the land, and the shop isn't drawing much business, we've decided to relinquish our ownership to someone that has the funds to build the town back to its full potential. And draw more traffic to this once great farm town. You have the gold, you can begin rebuilding Blackthorn. At this workbench to unlock all the build options, interior workbenches each building. By rebuilding Blackthorn, you have the opportunity to collect income from the various shops and houses, and mine along the land to build your very own place to call home. Here's a list of supplies you'll need to furnish your new home and other buildings. Yeah. All that good stuff. Alright, let's get ourselves... Where's the house? Or do I not have the stuff to buy the house? Where's the citizen house? My house. I can't remember. Oh. Oh wait, Blackthorn Manor guest house. So where did I purchase Blackthorn Manor? There it is. What do I need? I need I need 5,000 gold. I wonder if I can put shit in there. Will it stay? If I put stuff in here, is that gonna stay in here? Yeah, hey buddy. Let me buy this spit of land or not. I need more money. Could sell the emerald ring. Well, there is the ruins nearby us. Forgive me if I don't read out loud. We seem to be discovering that if I hold the controller up to my face, it seems to interfere with the microphone, possibly. So it might be why we're getting met with static bursts, amongst other reasons. Maybe we should have gone to Fall Creek then.
Did I tell you about the time I nearly made 2 people die without even touching them? I didn't feel like wearing clothes that day. One man nearly choked to death on a piece of bread when he saw me, and the other fell over a bridge and nearly drowned.
With bandit filth. Help will arrive soon.
Agreed. We can't afford to try again.
What's up?
Are you here to help?
What's going on?
Finally, reinforcements have arrived. I was expecting more, though. You'd better be good.
But I'm the best.
Good. The place is crawling with bandits. We lost some good men trying to take it earlier. I suspect Brurid planned this. There's been bad blood between us since the king's death. But to invade my home, kidnap my family...
Something like more than just bad blood.
You ask a lot of questions for a mercenary. Just get in there and open the gate. We'll try and provide help once that's done.
Alright, what can I expect in return if I'm a mercenary?
My family is everything to me. Clear the fort, and on top of the posted reward, you can have whatever items you'd like.
I'll do it.
I wish we could offer more help, but our last attack went sour, and we're all that is
what's left. Good luck.
Infiltration. This is a sneaking mission. You think if you guys tried to attack from this angle, they'd be kind of aware of it? After 4:30 already? I was gonna say something and now I can't remember what it was.
So you're pretty good at using a weapon.
Oh, it seems to the crouch with the bow seems to be fixed with this mod as well. So it used to be if I was crouched and I would draw the bow would disappear. The arrow would still be there, but the bow would visually disappear. So it seems to have been fixed with this particular mod. Of course, I noticed the crouch isn't as extreme. Maybe that's it. Take your wheat. Sneaky mission, well, we're fucked. I've been watching, for the past, like, week, I've been watching some commentless, playthroughs of, Metal Gear. And the guy I've been watching play it just, like, knows where everything is. He just fucking does everything. He knows all the tricks. He knows how to do everything super fast and super efficient. It almost drives me crazy. Plus, I'm able to actually watch a playthrough of Peace Walker now, because I've never actually seen it, because that was the one I could never play, because it came out on the Sony handheld, which I didn't have, and then I was never able to play it, so I actually can play it now. Or, not play it, but see it. So here's where it'd be nice to be able to figure out how to swap to the right spell. Because I could pull out Candlelight and just go. Or I could just bring out the torch.
Picked a bad time to get lost.
Come on. Putting it away is harder, though. Put it away. There you go. gold than this. I don't know if they were a speedrunner, but they like did the entire Metal Gear series from what I can tell. And I've not watched like the whole Ground Zeroes thing because I still haven't played that. But I thought it'd be just neat to kind of go back through and, because I always hated the sniper battles in Metal Gear for some reason. And he just like fucking aces them because he knows the kind of cheese. Plus, I got too many other games to play right now. And I didn't want to, like, bring out my PS3 to have to play it.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Son of a what? Dark in here without the torches.
Could be anyone's. One rusty scepter from me. Something?
Time to end this. It's nothing. Now I this is guys.
Must be my imagination.
What was that? Thought I heard something. Oh, wow.
We'll pay for that.
Just rat.
Oh, come on, get out of the way.
That hurt. That hurt.
You won't get far.
Ow. Crap. Oh, you're still alive. Curious as to where the ones behind me came from. Money. Some of these speedrunners look like they're cheating sometimes. They know the right pixels and hit the target. Well, I know with the play on Metal Gear, it was all legit. Like, he wasn't doing any, like, sneaky stuff. It was just, you know, it's the typical mechanics that you would see in a Hideo Kojima game that make you just go...
Come on, show yourself.
You know. Always likes to put that stuff that you wouldn't think of. I suppose better.
Guess it's all clear now.
Great. Is this other one still on my back? How do I get it off my back?
Retire someday. Get myself an island.
The problem is, if I do this, it just goes right back on my back. That. No, it's this one. This one's now... How do I get this one off my back? Because it keeps going back on my back. Come on, let's drop that one. There we go. It's a bit of a silly way to have to do it, but I guess that's the way we're doing it. Oops.
Someone there?
Nope. Nobody here but us chickens.
I hope you have a backup plan if we get caught.
Bounce sword. But yeah, for the yeah, watching the Metal Gear run, it wasn't glitchless. I mean, it wasn't glitch or anything like that. It was legit, you know, stuff that was in the game. Because Hideo Kojima puts, you know, strange stuff in the game. Which, on that subject, apparently, Sony is looking to buy the rights, or might have bought the rights, to several Konami properties of Castlevania, Silent Hill, and Metal Gear. And from what rumor is going around is that there are 2 Silent Hills in production, one of them potentially by Hideo Kojima's team, which means we might get that Silent Hill we never got. But it's all kind of, I think, rumor at this point. I don't know how much of it's confirmed. Some people lament it. I think it's a really good thing. Well, I know one person that lamented it because he didn't get to see a undead woman's titty in Mortal Kombat. He's very upset that he hates Sony now because he didn't get to see a titty.
Retire someday. Get myself an island.
It'd be cool if we could get that.
Wizards. Now that's power. Bet they got that secret magic. Can turn wood to gold. Yeah. Wish I could turn wood to gold. Someone there?
You guys living in the dark so much. Yeah, Silent Hills is rumored to be back in production. Sometimes a bit is worth this. I mean, I like boobs, okay? But yeah. So yeah, Silent Hills is rumored to be in production. Apparently there might be 2 of them by 2 different teams, and one of them is Hideo Kojima's. Which would be fucking awesome. And maybe the Metal Gear franchise, I don't know how much more there is to do with that, but, you know. Sony is big on exclusives, but I think they're getting a little bit better about that. But, well, we'll see where it all goes.
Is someone there?
No.
Now ain't this a...
Put this torch away.
Over here. You'll pay for that.
You can pick on someone your own size.
There we go.
Stand with chance and beating me.
The end for you. That is highly
The side holster is tricky. I can grab from it easily. Putting away is the hard part. Sometimes. No? Wait. It's not in the usual spot anymore. There we go.
You're trying to upstage me, aren't you? Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but I've had years of practice.
What are we talking about here? Dog meat? That is a completely different franchise. Hang on, is this the real fork or is this the clutter fork? Oh, the clutter forks. Oh, beef burger. Can't cook the beef? What beef? I need salt. Okay. Konami makes another Silent Hill, you wouldn't put anything towards it, but if Sony got the original Silent Hill, then that would be epic. Yeah, it would be. I mean, fucking Konami is not doing anything with it anyway, except putting the titles on pachinko machines. And I know it's their right to do it, I guess, but still. It's just such a wasted franchise, especially nowadays, especially with, you know, game technology being what it is.
I can't help feeling a kind of connection between us. I'm not sure what it is.
It's like now's the time for a good
I guess it's natural
Silent
with
Hill.
you being a brave adventurer, and me, well, you know.
Really dark in here. Come on. Oh, in hell. There we go. step on that. Damn it! Actually meant to sneak. Tricky.
Is someone there?
Is someone there?
Oh, right to the face.
I'll paint this
Oh,
with your blood.
I thought you were.
You'll pay for that.
Problem.
You'll pay for that.
Big problem. Hi. Okay, apparently I'm in the wall. She just went down there and launched that fireball. Holy hell.
Damn it. All this walking. It's giving me a front wedgie. Oh, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Was that you? Okay. Really hard to. I can just. There we go. Sometimes it's spot on, sometimes not. You can actually adjust the ranges of it. Sorry. I wouldn't trust Konami alone with Silent Hill. Yeah. Silent Hill was one of my favorite franchises, but it was kind of one of those... I suppose it's like what it's like to be a Sonic fan, you know? It's still your favorite franchise, even though you're hyper aware that the games aren't very good. But you still play them anyway and have some enjoyment. You just hope. Maybe next time they'll get it right. Not step on that. Khajiit burger. Goes outside. We're not ready to go out yet. It's already been triggered.
A word of advice. Never buy a used copy of The Lost Argonian Maid. The covers are always worn and the pages stuck together. I just don't get it. I swear, there must be some kind of conspiracy.
Yep, that's the problem, Sophia. Using American Team, and the guy that let it is what ruined the franchise. The guy that runs as a self-centered moron. What, Konami? I mean, I used to like Konami games, but now I'm kind of like with everyone else. Fuck Konami. Come on. Come on. How? Sometimes I can just get a one shot. There we go. Skeleton of Courage. And look to see what it actually did. Carry much more. daylight. So close. She's going down. Are you going down or not? In or out, Sophia? How'd you shoot me through the tree? All right, that's it. Look, in or out, Sophia? Oh, they're coming in.
Is someone there?
When you borrow one of your best lead developers from an awards ceremony where he is getting an award, shouldn't the award become a horrible comment? Yeah, when they banned Kojima from getting an award. Silent Hill 1 from 4 was the original Japan team. But after they started using an American team, the American team leader thought he knew everything about the meaning of Silent Hill and started changing everything, even going so far as changing the original team's games and calling them HD Collection. Yeah, they got a little bit weird. 1 was really good, 2 was really good. 3 was actually pretty good. 4, I didn't like 4. 4 kind of went into a realm I didn't enjoy, and then kind of after that, 0 was okay. Homecoming was alright, wasn't the greatest. So yeah. Thing of it is, though, from what I've heard, is there'll never be an HD remake of Silent Hill 1 because apparently they lost the source code to it. Konami lost the source code to Silent Hill 1, so there's nothing to be done about it. About it when Nintendo was going hard at ROM sites, because, you know, it's a way to preserve games, you know, especially if they aren't for sale, they aren't planning on selling that kind of stuff. And it came up in talks that, yeah, like the original Silent Hill is essentially gone because the source code was completely lost. If it had been archived,
Careful! You wouldn't want to bring a pretty face.
So we pretty much cleared this place. I don't know if I ever got the the HDs of anything.
I do love causing a stir. Once I started singing at the top of my voice, and someone told me to stop shouting. Then I replied, "Do I look Dragonborn or like one of those creepy old guys who live on the mountaintops to you?"
Be like 1,000 arrows down here. Oh, there are several. There's one right there. Kind of liking going the magic route this time. It's more satisfying in VR, but then again, so was archery. Archery is more satisfying in VR to it too. It's just nice to kind of actually put your hands out and put your hands to work versus just aiming and pushing a button. Nern root over there. Excuse me. Where's the switch to the door? Excuse me.
Don't go setting the place on fire, okay?
Already done.
Hmm?
Fort is yours.
Thank you for your help. Did you see my family inside?
I mean, I did, but I didn't see him alive in there.
Hopefully they made it to safety before the attack. I'll begin the search after a quick restock. Anyway, here is your reward. Thanks again.
Tome of Detect Life. What, no money? I could have bought that book myself. Ass. Fine. Jerk. Yep, that's what my arm should be doing.
Yes?
So you're the strong silent type, huh? I bet you must love me talking to you all the time. Then again, who could resist spending time with me?
This is the arrow in this game is the one in your hand. It's like a gun ejecting a cartridge. Well, there actually is a mod as well I was looking at that you can actually have to reach over your shoulder to pull out another arrow. So instead, an arrow. So instead of the whole rapid fire, you know, you actually have to reach over, you know, knock it and fire it off. So you can't do rapid fire. I thought about it, but I was taking it slow because I didn't test any mods over the weekend or last night. That's a dragon. Or this morning even, so I didn't kind of want to stack things up too much. I think the Vivid Weathers mod has been updated as well, so I wanted to jump into fixing that. And maybe seeing if anything else needs fixed or tweaked. But you know, always want to take it a bit slow, lest we break things. Does seem like the weather's a bit better. I've noticed we haven't had that annoying fog, but then again, it usually would always kick on at least once or twice while playing. Okay, so how much money do I have now? 4,000. If I can make $1,000 bucks. If I can sell some of the stuff I have and make $1,000 bucks, I can buy the manor. And it's about time to go too, so perfect timing. Although probably now that I've figured out how to pull the torch, or pull out of my side holster, it might be worth doing the whole but it hurts them. Might be worth setting up again where I have to cross my arms to grab things. Actually, put on that one, then I have to cross over. Plus, it's less likely to trigger my jumping and crouching. How you doing?
Yes. Take a look.
Okay, so I got 4,000 bucks. I need at least another 1,000. Probably sell these things. It's not going to get me much, is it? She doesn't have enough either. Get rid of the sword for now. Sell that ring for 200. Guess we're just going to do more missions.
All right, then.
I think that's the only option. We need to do more missions to get more money. So where does that put us? We could, of course, go to Windhelm. Or we could do the 1,000 steps, I guess. We could go back to, not there. Iverstead and head up the mountain. It's an option. And do some stuff around Iverstead, I guess, and see what kind of money we can get. We're supposed to go to Falkreath, though. That's true. We were supposed to go to Falkreath to help out the companions. Could do that and just go to Whiterun. Helgen. Riverwood and head on to Falkreath, I guess. I think you can probably get there from Helgen. I think it's The Walking Dead during the weekend. You did see you couldn't sleep last night. So no, last night was me staying up to try to get into my Nexus account so that I could mess with mods. And I couldn't get into my Nexus account. My Nexus account's pretty much lost. I spent several hours trying to get into it. I have a couple, and couldn't get into any of them. They've lost my, well, you have, as of November, you have to change your password now. And now you have to have 12 character long passwords. But I hadn't logged in since then, so of course they logged me out. But then they must have somehow forgotten my password along the way, and not only that, forgotten my email. Because when I tried to do password recovery, I never once got the email that said how to do it on either of my Nexus accounts. So this morning, or last night, I just had to, was it this morning? No, it was last night. Finally, just before I went to bed, I finally relented and made another account so that I could actually mess with mods. So no, and plus I couldn't do any VR over the weekend because the Rat's play space is where I'm standing now, and they always have their play space on the weekends, so couldn't do any VR stuff. So the plan is that we're going to play Skyrim again tomorrow. I've got Wednesday off, and then Thursday we'll hopefully somewhere in that gap of time I'll have a chance to do some more practice with Walking Dead, and then we'll pick it up on Thursday. Is the plan. And contact him? Suppose I could. I've got another account now, I guess it doesn't matter. I got yet another account. I think it would have been better to go to her cabin. How do I get to Falkreath from here? Quests. Got that one. Clear the grotto. Speak to the Greybeards. Join the Legion. Tusk. Wait, I was supposed to go to Falkreath for something. That's what the companions wanted me to do. Animal extermination. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to go. Which means... clear out that. Which means the way I gotta go it... What?
What is it? How about you take me instead? Damn it. That came out wrong.
Do you still have it? Yeah, you still have it. You're just...
I'm here if you ever need me.
not gonna put it on?
Well, okay. But only because it's you.
If I do it, let's see, I need Imperial Armor. If I take it... Oh, fuck's sake.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, I guess she's just gonna be naked. Alright. Falkreath from here. I don't think it's this way. I think we gotta go out the other way. Or up the... There is a road out here that goes up that way. Maybe that's the way to Falkreath. Actually, yeah, that would be, because when you meet the dog, you have to go up this path place, yeah. Alright, this way. Oh, it is 5:30, so we should probably... Let me get on the road in the right direction, and then we'll... stop. You're just gonna stay... Okay. I mean, it's raining. You're washing off. That's what you like. I think this is the way. Look, I'm just wanting to be known. I gave you armor. You're choosing not to wear it. And I'm not complaining. She does like getting naked from time to time. She has said that. Okay, yeah, I think this is definitely the road to Falkreath. It's gonna take us around. Oh yeah, it's taking us right up to the grotto. Alright, we'll just go right up to the grotto and then I'll stop. That'll be the plan. Keep forgetting my marker is not pointing at Falkreath, it's pointing at the grotto. Just disappears up here, doesn't it? How do I get over there? Are you sure you don't want to put clothes on now? You're going to have some frosty bits. I tell you what, we'll figure this out next time. That's where we're going.
The alchemist in Skyrim will buy anything that comes in a potion bottle.
There we go. All right. So what's your take on like the capture of the way? Did it seem framed up better? I know it had that that stuff in the corners, but like I'm curious like what you guys prefer. If you like it where it's a bit lower, but you get those kind of black marks in the corners, or if you kind of prefer it without that. Just cut her off while she's repeating something for the 10th time, I know. My throat is very dry. It's a little weird how I don't see it on this screen. Like, oh yeah, you do. It's there. Okay. Either is fine to you. I'll look back at the footage, and I'll remember to look back when we were fighting that hag raven to see about what it looked like was happening, if the controllers were causing the issue or not. With the microphone. Was it better? Like, did we get less bursts of static, or was it still just kind of happening on the regular? Because I'm curious, yeah, if not bringing it up to my face and talking was better. It seemed less after we did the testing. Okay. So yeah, I guess it does seem like the controllers are kind of responsible for interfering. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. We know at least one way to avoid it. It's interesting though that it's when I bring it up to my face. So it seems like it's less... It would almost make me think it's less interfering with the transmitter, but more interfering with the microphone. Quarantine in the Philippines. So you actually guys are closing down everything in the Philippines, huh? That sucks. We're on a soft lockdown here, so like restaurants, entertainments, what was it? Restaurants, entertainment, and like bars and whatnot are closed, and school. And yeah, recommending work from home if you can. That kind of stuff. And they say our personal bubble is supposed to be 1.5 meters. So you need to stay inside the house. Luckily for me, I pretty much work from home, which I know a lot of folk can't, and that's not meant to be any kind of brag. But luckily for me, yeah, I haven't left the house in a couple weeks, actually. Not really on purpose either. It's just how it's been. 9% of public events have been canceled. Yeah, that's one of the things, too, is I have a lot of artist friends who pretty much make their living doing convention vending. And so many conventions this year have already canceled, and they're now hurting pretty bad because of it. Because so many conventions are dropping out. I know there was one person I donated what I could. I donated $20 to her. When will it be back on? I'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back on. I'm trying to think. If you're in the Philippines, I'm not quite sure what time zone. Amsterdam time. I'll be on at around 2 o'clock. Roughly. Oh, when am I back at Ani? Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Oh, I don't know, actually. I know it's I know Ani has changed a lot, actually. I haven't really looked into it. I'm not sure. Sorry, I thought I read that wrong and I thought it may have been a typo, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure when I'll get back into it. I haven't felt like playing it yet, but I don't know. It's one of those games that once I start, I'll probably get obsessed with it, but until I start it, obsessed. I know right now we're playing Skyrim VR, which I know we did a little bit of before, but I actually want to try to get through it, and we're going to be playing, I'm going to continue with Walking Dead Saints and Sinners at the end of the week. Hopefully. That's the plan. Okay. Right. There we go. Well, still feel precautions important. But this is still out of proportion. Well, it's one of those things. It's like, one of the things they say is, if it feels like an overreaction and nothing happens, that was the point, you know? It's kind of like it's always one of the things that kind of happens is when bad things are said that are going to happen, then they respond very, very forcefully, and then everyone goes, see, it wasn't that bad. And it's like, well, it's because they responded. So it always ends up kind of being like that. But yeah, considering the way the cases are spreading and immunocompromised people and everything else. Our town right now so far doesn't seem to have a case of it. It is here in the country, but there's no case of it in town yet. Apparently my old town in North Carolina, where I went to university, apparently they've started having cases of it, so just got to be careful out there. You know, wash your hands, don't touch your face, don't touch your face, don't do what I'm doing. Like I say, I don't go out. All that kind of stuff. Be careful out there. And yeah, so but otherwise, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll continue this playthrough. I'm gonna maybe mess with a few mods with this, maybe. And like I say, I still need to get practice with Walking Dead. And there's another form of flu. It's a verdant like. It's verdant like the flu changes every year. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Well, yeah, I've been hearing cases. They're not exactly. They haven't really confirmed it yet, but saying people have been getting reinfected. But they're not 100% sure yet if that's true reinfection or if it goes dormant and then comes back up. So, I mean, yeah, the virus has been around for a little while. It's just this is a particularly really bad strain of it. The COVID-19 is this particular strain of it, which is coronavirus has been around. The COVID-19 is the specific one that's causing all the problems now. Between 20,000 and 50,000 die of the flu every year. That is true. The infection, well, the thing of it is with the flu is the percentage that die who get it is lower, and the amount of people that get it is lower. The infection rate of the flu is a bit lower. So the mortality rate of the flu is in fact high, but it's not as high as the COVID-19 plus the particular effects it has on especially more immunocompromised and elderly folk, is it's a lot more harsh than the flu is. That many have causes of corona. One of the big things is there's no cure like the flu, but unlike the flu, we have no vaccine. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. We don't have a vaccine yet. Not yet. There's talks about vaccines. They're saying like Canada's running a test on a vaccine. I think Germany is running a test on a vaccine. And Germany, the United States, you hear what Germany did? The United States did? Good old Mr. President tried to buy the exclusive rights to the vaccine just for the USA. And also doesn't want anyone to give it to China because China will give it out for a low price or free. And they don't want that. They want to charge out the ass for it. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, the thing of it is too is your complaint is how the media is handling. This is only report the negative, not the positive. Canada, Germany, Italy have been working this close. I mean, yeah, Italy is particularly, we all hear about what happened with Italy. Northern Italy is on total lockdown. I mean, the thing of it is, I understand their responses. I don't believe it's overblown. I believe it's all true. It's got a higher death rate than the flu. Its infection rate is higher, and we don't have a vaccine for it yet. And that's what makes it dangerous. But the thing of it is the flu is going to kind of catch up because every year the flu gets worse. And that's kind of another thing we're going to have to worry about is the flu is getting worse every year. It used to be flu was nothing. We didn't worry about the flu much. You could get a vaccine if you want, and now they say every year get a vaccine for the flu because it's bad. And yeah, so things like that. We report deaths, but not the number of people recovered. Yeah, that is one of the things. They do talk. I mean, there is some talk about the people that have recovered. They're saying the people, a lot of people, they have said a lot of people in China who had got it have recovered now. A lot of the people that got it last month are, in fact, clear of it. But then again, there's that talk of the reinfection, or maybe it just wasn't gone in them, so they're trying to figure that out. But well, no, it's not a guaranteed death. The thing of it is that's the thing, though. Nobody's really saying it's a guaranteed death. It's only really a extremely high a high rate of death if either you're immunocompromised or you're elderly. You have the highest chance of death on that. But kind of what they talk about is not spreading it to them. That's kind of the factor there. Because the thing of it is, a lot of people can carry it too and be asymptomatic. You know, not carry it and spread it around. I mean, you know, think about, you know, the story of Typhoid Mary, right? She was completely asymptomatic and she spread it to a lot of people. And that was the problem. It wasn't that it was killing everyone. It wasn't even a guaranteed kill. It was that it's the spreading it to people who will die from it. That's where the problem is. I mean, if I get it, I'm not really worried, you know. My girlfriend gets it, I'm not worried. If her parents get it, I'm worried. If my parents get it, I'm worried, you know. That's where that's what it is. Someone's claiming that the movie is acting like it is? I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're watching, because, I mean, what I've been hearing about's been this way kind of from the start. I don't know. I guess it depends on your sources. I have no idea. But anyway. He says it's take months before they can get the correct estimate. Well, yeah, I mean, right now it's all estimates. But the thing of it is at current rates, you know, it's projection estimates, and as it goes on, you can more accurately nail it down. Some people not necessarily claiming it's the next Black Death. I wouldn't say that. Definitely wouldn't say that. Yeah, elderly people like you. Yeah, see, it's not so much about it's a guaranteed death. It's spreading it to the people that it would be. That's what they talk about the problem being. That's why we need to isolate and all that, because there's no vaccine. We can't protect the people that would have a problem. So that's why they talk about it, you know. Don't be a dick and spread it to everyone else. That's the problem. Many people will survive it. More people will survive it than will die from it, but many would still die from it. Most people are down there scaring the people that don't know about it. That is true. Yeah, it won't be the next Black Death. Not by far. But, you know, it's a pandemic. And the thing of it is one of the things I like seeing is we're seeing a lot of systems are being laid bare now. Like, we're starting to see all those systems that, you know, your boss said you couldn't possibly work from home, or, you know, we just don't have money for this, and suddenly we have money for it, or you can work from home, or that, you know. Suddenly these things we were told we couldn't have, we can suddenly have. And And the thing of it is there's a dark side to pandemics. And that is usually after a very bad one, like the Black Death. Historically, things got better afterwards. And of course, the cost was great. You know, it was but during the time before the Black Death and during the Black Death, there was massive income equality. You know, there was super rich and massively poor. After the Black Death happened, a lot of rich folk died, for one. Massive amount of poor people died, of course, too. But then a lot of there was too much work and not enough people to go around, so of course employment kind of changed and the paradigms kind of shifted a little bit. And so it was kind of like things progressively got better. People were treated better, employers were treated better, employees were treated better, that kind of stuff. But of course it's that whole horrifying thing that happened to cause that, and it's you know if you look back on the history of pandemics, yeah, it's usually the cost is very high for the progress that is gained from it. But yeah, if you're sick, wear a mask. A mask cannot help. If you're healthy, it does not stop the virus. Yeah. The only reason the Black Death got as bad as it is because medical knowledge and technology were not as good enough to help. Yeah, there was that. But the other reason was they believed... Well, it was believed to be a curse as well. And so one of the problems was they killed a lot of cats. And the cats were eating the mice that had the fleas that were causing the Black Death. So when they killed the cats, there was an explosion of rodents, which spread it. And then, of course, there was... The rich were... you know, sectioning themselves off and having parties together because they believed they couldn't get it. They thought it was only a poor disease and they thought they couldn't get it. So they were all having big gatherings together. And then, of course, what happened? Their big gatherings ended up killing them. So there's a lot of factors that kind of goes into stuff like that. Black Death had hit the world on average every 300 to 600 years. We just talk about the largest outbreaks. Yeah, so this is more just an outbreak situation. So yeah, there's all kinds of factors that go into it. I mean, it's not going to be the Black Death. It's not going to, you know, we're not looking at a Mad Max situation here. And if people are smart, which not, I mean, the thing of it is that put this country on soft lockdown is we saw photographs of like tons and tons of bikes outside of bars very recently. And it's just like, motherfucker, trying to stop the spread of this shit and people are just going out and gathering in big groups despite it. I mean, I've seen some people that are, you know, I'm not going to get it, or I don't care if I do. I'm going out and hanging out with this large group of people, and it's just like, idiot. But, you know, anyway, sorry. I'm just saying, be safe, you know? And all that panic buying bullshit, knock it off. Why do people need so much fucking toilet paper? Fucking get a hose. You'll be fine. Go buy a shower head nozzle that you can take off and just spray your butt down. You'll be fine. Mad Max is Beyond Corona. That's a new movie, Mad Max Beyond Corona. Nobody's searching for oil anymore. It's all toilet paper. Alright guys, I'm gonna go because I'm sure my girlfriend wants dinner and probably need to get off her computer. So alright guys, I shall return tomorrow. You sure that bike no, it was taken from here. It was taken from here. I mean bikes as in bicycles. Like there was loads of bicycles outside a bar. Not in this town, but like a couple towns over. But yeah. You just had bike week. Oh, you mean motorbikes. Yeah, I'm just talking bicycles. And, I was gonna say something else. Well, from what I've heard, it's not hitting the south as big, because apparently it doesn't like heat. Now, I don't know anything about that for certain, but someone I know mentioned that maybe it doesn't like heat very well. Who knows? And maybe so it's maybe not hitting the south, but then again, of course, the south is very touristy. And, you know, with places like Disney, Universal, that, you know, of course they're going to bring it with them. Anyway, yeah, spring break is next. You have to worry about that. I know Disneyland shut down. I think Disney World is shutting down. Universal was shutting down, but employees still had to go in. Something like that. I don't know. All right. Yes. I'm going now. Hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. All that good stuff. And, it spreads in heat and tropical weather telling us... Oh, so it might spread worse. Okay. I had the wrong info. It was just some person that told me that. I was totally wrong. All right. Don't listen to me. I'm not an expert. I just know history, not what's currently going on. All right, guys. Have a great one. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Skyrim VR. So have a good one. See you guys tomorrow.